Hi, I'm Ed Finn, and this week we're diving into Tennessee, from the music city of Nashville to the charm of Leiper's Fork, and on to Memphis, the home of rhythm, blues, and the king himself. Let's get this show on the road. In this series, we're off on another American adventure. We start in the Neon City, Las Vegas. We see the culture and innovation of Boston and the charming towns of upstate New York. From Utah's epic national parks, the music scene in Nashville and Memphis, and scenic sights of Seattle. Join us for the ride. The new direct flight to Nashville has made Tennessee that much more accessible to the Irish. This week, we explore the home of country music, the history of whiskey making, the Irish links to award-winning food, plus we dance the night away on Broad Street, the heart of the vibrant nightlife of Music City. Finally, we drive to the home of the blues and birthplace of rock and roll, Memphis, on the banks of the Mississippi. The home of country music is the Grand Ole Opry. We look behind the curtain with Stacey Thompson, Senior Manager of Tours and VIP Services, to find out more.
All right, Ed, nice to have you here. Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry House. You're standing on our famed circle of wood.
I'm getting this incredible, kind of freaky energy, because I'm in awe. I mean, tell us, Stacey, about some of the people that have stood where I am now.
Yes, so the circle is where Hank Williams, Patsy Cline, Johnny Cash, Dolly Parton, all the greats in country music have stood on this wood here and performed for our audience.
And of course, you're invited, aren't you, to be a member here, or to be part of it?
That's right. You have to be invited to even play the Grand Ole Opry first. But then the Opry will observe, they'll see kind of your heart for the Opry, your success in the industry, and a lot of other factors that are sort of the magic of the Opry that we don't necessarily know the details of. But one day they could become a part of our Opry family, which is just an elite group of people in country music. Not only is it special for artists to be here, but also for millions of country music fans as well. Not only do we have Opry shows several nights a week, but we also offer tours during the day, and guests can come backstage. Fans can come walk the same footsteps that their favorite artists do when they come and perform on our stage. They get to see dressing rooms, they get to see the green room, which we call the family room here at the Opry, and see where artists hang out backstage and have their lemonade and popcorn. And then they get to come out on stage and stand in the circle too, and even bust out in song if they want to. We'll let them have a moment. We have people that wait their whole lives to come here. There's sentimental value to this place. Even for me, my grandparents loved the Opry. I listened to it and watched it with them as I was growing up, and there's so many generations of that.
And of course, you're celebrating the 100.
Yes, Opry 100. We're celebrating that all year long. Big stars, surprise guests, a lot of fun leading into the next year.
It's just amazing, yeah? It's just so iconic for us.
Yeah, so much easier to get here too, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
We're excited to have you all.
Yeah, it'll be hard to get me on the plane home, I can tell you, Stacey.
Yeah, that's good. Just hang out with us. That's all right.
This is well worth the tour. Or better still, check out a country star at a live Opry show. What a pleasure it's been to be here celebrating the Grand Ole Opry's 100 years. Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood say in the opening book inside, it's all about family here. The artists, the musicians and the fans. And when you come here, you feel part of that family. Irish chef Trevor Moran recently won a Michelin star at his Nashville-based restaurant Locust. We caught up with the Dublin native just before the announcement.
So here we have our Bonnie Melon with caper leaf, and our house charcuterie. We have copa, lardo, and salami picante, then a little parsley mayo to accompany that. And then here we have our razor clams.
Dish after dish of deliciousness. Mouth-watering. Trevor, it's so lovely to meet you, and what an amazing experience I had here today. The most exciting, innovative, words fail me to describe the food. Really incredible. You almost feel like this is what life is all about. This most delicious crab and omelette with curry sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, who would ever think of that?
Yeah, no idea. No idea.
I mean, phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of the goal there, is to keep it kind of, pure and clean and kind of fun and sort of I think as you get a bit older and you're cooking for a living, at some stage you kind of realise you only want to do things that you enjoy.
Where did all this come from?
Yeah, well, I
Still
grew
Oregon.
Yeah. The thing I grew up eating was lamb and seaweed, or lambs that graze on the beach. You know, that was always the romantic thing when you were cooking lamb at home in the fancy places. And so we just do fresh seaweed and lamb dumplings.
Where did you start off?
Cooking.
Yeah.
I started off in Brasserie Namara in Dunleary many years ago
with
my chef at the time, Colin Toohey, and fell in love with it, and just sort of moved around Dublin for a while, worked at a few good spots, and then got the opportunity to go to Denmark and was over there for some years, and I've been 12 years in Nashville now.
There must have been something here that really made you feel at home.
I had not planned on staying here forever, but when it came time to go, something wouldn't let me, and I felt like it was a story that wasn't finished yet, and so I decided to stay and open here. And this is my first restaurant that I've opened and owned, and it's been very successful, and I have a family and a house, and just love it here, yeah.
You've won all these wonderful awards, Best Restaurant of the Year, Food and Wine Magazine, Condé Nast. I mean, you have a string of awards, and which is all great as well, but you're blazing a trail, a culinary trail, I suppose, here, aren't you?
I don't know about that. There's lots of great cooks and restaurants in town here and everywhere, and we're very proud that we're doing so well for such a small place.
What's your favourite thing to do here in Nashville?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things to do here. When you live here, it's different than when you visit here, but still the music is very intriguing over here. Like, there's never not something to see. It doesn't matter what you're into.
It's entertainment city, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And it's a really vibrant musical scene. Lots of Irish players, too. It's just really fun.
There's a huge connection between Ireland and here.
Yeah, there's always been a connection, and that's why that sort of direct flight sort of seems like it's just the obvious thing. I can't believe it's only happened now. Ireland and Nashville are always supposed to be joined at the hip, and
yeah, we kind of are now. A little bit of Ireland in Nashville. Trevor, thank you so much.
Pleasure, guys. Thank you so much.
From an astounding dining experience, I was set for a night on the town. Nashville is known for live music and vibrant nightlife. At the centre of it all is Broadway's neon lights. From rock, pop and country to blues, jazz and electronic dance music, downtown has a place for you. Concert venues, songwriter showcases, the famed honky-tonks, speakeasies, blues bars, jazz clubs and hipster rooftop lounges. Get ready to tap your toes or test your rhythm with a line dancing class or two. I'm not sure Strictly is in the stars for me, but with a bit of practice, you never know. Inspired by Luke Combs' chart-topping debut Hurricane, Category 10 is one of the biggest multi-level live music and nightclubs on Broadway. This place has it all, and like everywhere else in Music City, it oozes southern hospitality and charm. This is a feel-good city, alive with music. After an action-packed night, it was time for a change of pace. We headed south to meet with Aubrey Preston, philanthropist and founder of a grassroots movement to protect the rural charm and musical heritage of the village of Leiper's Fork in Franklin.
Good to see you, brother.
Absolutely.
Welcome to town.
Aubrey, it's great to be here. It's a small little area, locals, residents going back generations. Leiper's Fork, beautiful, just near Franklin here in Tennessee. Could you tell us how this all came about?
Before the steamboat, the only way to come back, to get back to the Ohio Valley, was to walk up the old Natchez Trace. So that old ancient road came right through this little village, and that was the original establishment of the village. It was right on the edge of the Chickasaw Nation until 1805. Okay, so that was the truce line with the Chickasaw Indians. Between 1801 and 1805, this was the last place in the southwest of the United States. We're blessed with so many cultural ways that really you track them back to Ireland. You know, our music, our walls, our architecture, so many different things here track back to Ireland. So thank you.
Yeah. When did you decide that this was going to become kind of a hub for artists, for culture, for music, for food?
This area kind of played out through the next century until we got here as kind of like a little forgotten ghost town that had been abandoned, and we got together and bought quite a bit of the property and the shops, and have made it our own art project. Just our town is kind of an art project. Like, if you look at this is just kind of use what you have. We cut cedar off of the farms out here. All of the wood and everything, that's all just repurposed things.
Isn't that just fab? Like,
all things Southern, all things Southern, all things creative, all things kind of makers, you know, things that we're known around the world for. This is one of the places where that comes out of the ground.
brilliant.
Got to show you this. Come on through here.
Oh, wow.
All right. Those are vintage guitars, most of them there. So that's a 1946 Gibson Southern Jumbo like Hank Williams played, and Everly Brothers used those to make records. And this is actually kind of like a guitar petting zoo. You can just walk off the street, pull them off the wall and play them, and that kind of keeps the music flowing here.
This is part of this amazing American triangle of music history that you created.
Yeah, so the Americana Music Triangle is a community project to kind of reach out and hold up all of the music of the South, which is the roots of where the world's popular music came from. So this area right here between Nashville, Memphis, and New Orleans, that's the birthplace of blues, jazz, country, rock and roll, soul, R&B music, bluegrass, black gospel, southern gospel, and Cajun Zydeco music. And that music kind of came out of the landscape here before the Great Migration, where 6 million African Americans moved out of the South when they mechanized cotton. They lost jobs here, and that was in the 40s, you know, was where it really hit during wartime efforts. And so people, African Americans, got on the train and moved to Chicago and moved to Detroit, moved to Cleveland. Earlier, some of them had moved to Harlem in New York, and that's where African American influence really got into the really into the mainstream of American music.
Play a little something there for us. I'd love to hear you. A little bird told me you're pretty good.
I'm gonna sit on the swing and drink a little homemade wine. Everything moves a little slow out here, but that suits me just fine. Yeah, ain't in a hurry, I got no worries. I'm on Leiper's Fork Standard Time. I'm on Leiper's Fork Standard Time. Y'all come see us.
Well done. Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Next, we visited Lee Kennedy, founder and owner of Leiper's Fork Distillery, for some whiskey tasting and to learn about Tennessee's rich whiskey heritage.
Lee, how are you?
Nice to meet you, Ed.
You too.
Welcome to Leiper's Fork Distillery.
Wow, such a beautiful place.
Thank you so much.
I've been having a little look around the gardens, and they're absolutely stunning.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that immensely. You know, we hope we make beautiful whiskeys here as well.
I like gardens, but I like whiskey as well.
You and I both. Let's go try some. Thank you.
It was time for some truly local whiskies.
My original fascination with whiskey production started when I was a 16, 17-year-old kid, originally from a cultural heritage standpoint. I've always been a big history guy and a lover of history, and my family is last name Kennedy, so we're Irish family, came over from Ireland in the late 1700s, and so it always captivated my imagination how the Irish and the Scots came over to the New World. A lot of them brought stills with them, so when they got here, they discovered they didn't have their old world grains. So they started using what they had, what they were farming, which was primarily Native American maize. And so which was the precursor of what would become American bourbon and Tennessee whiskey. You know, in 1896, backtracking a little bit, we had 322 distilleries in the state of Tennessee. In 1910, we had our own in-state prohibition. All those distilleries went away, and we had a very colorful and robust relationship with illegal moonshine production in this state, to the point where I had a third-grade uncle named Sam Locke, who was a revenuer in this county during Prohibition in 1925. He busted 73 illegal stills in this county, and on March 7th, 1925, he was murdered by the Williamson County Whiskey Ring. He was really bad for business. So we get this question all the time: what is the difference between Tennessee whiskey and bourbon? And And the smart aleck answer is the only reason Tennessee whiskey is not bourbon is because Tennesseans don't want it to be. The only difference between Tennessee whiskey and bourbon is the charcoal mellowing aspect that happens to the whiskey before it goes into the barrel.
Beautiful,
Yes.
aromas coming off that.
You know, and we get things like Christmas fruit cake. I know sounds kind of crazy. A lot of dried fruit.
I know a few
notes in
fruit
that
cakes.
whiskey.
Yeah, no Christmas fruit cake.
I do as well. Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Oh, that's really lovely. Yeah. It's a lot.
And there's a lot going on in that with this whiskey.
Isn't there?
We tell people to think about grain bills like the type of bread that grain bill would make. So obviously, barley bread is very different than corn bread. It's very different than wheat bread. And so a lot of those same attributes, you know, the most predominant grain in here is American corn. So if you've had cornbread before, it has a natural sweetness. It's hearty. It has a lot of structure to it. So all those things, those grains are lending itself to the profiles of this whiskey. The last one is our bourbon.
Yeah,
so it's a lot.
much
it's a little
less intense.
It is.
Yeah,
so that if you think of wheat bread versus rye bread, which is what we just talked about, rye bread has spiciness to it. It's complex. Wheat bread tends to be more flavor neutral with a tidbit of sweetness to it. So that comes across in this whiskey as well. You get brown sugar notes, butterscotch.
Very nice.
Allspice, things like that.
And really nice. Well, Lee, listen, it's been amazing. I love listening to you talking about the connection here, the history, the lovely Irish connection with Tennessee here. Absolutely. And I mean, it is amazing. The music, and it is really the home of both of those wonderful things. And
yes.
These whiskies, I have to say, world class.
Well,
and
thank
I've
you.
really enjoyed.
Thank you
so much for a wonderful experience.
Well, it's been an honor having you here.
This was a fascinating lesson in the origins of distilling in Tennessee. Plus, the gardens offer a perfect setting to enjoy the Tennessee sun. Continuing our southern road trip, we left the lush fields of rural Tennessee behind and headed west to the banks of the Mississippi to discover the soul of Memphis. We met with Lauren Berry, Director of Public Relations for Memphis Tourism, to find out more.
Lauren, what a fabulous place Memphis is. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, in terms of obviously the music scene, the nightlife, amazing parks and like open spaces. I'm really impressed. God, it's such a cool place and so unique.
So much of all of that, and that's something that Memphis is really trying to promote. We do have a lot of outdoor opportunities. You know, we like to say that we have something here for any type of visitor, whether you're interested in music or the outdoors or our nightlife, history, food. There's something for everybody, and there's something going on every single night of the week.
It's that, and that is what really struck me. You don't get that anywhere else. You know, it's kind of concert entertainment walking in off the street.
Right. You know, we are the home of the blues, soul, rock and roll. So if you go down to Beale Street, you can listen to any type of music to fit your interest. But even outside of Beale Street, we have so many other live music venues. Lafayette's and Overton Square. You know, that's where Billy Joel played before he became famous. Incredible music history. Ernstine and Hazel's downtown. Really great dive bar with lots of music history and a great live band that plays every weekend. So there's plenty of opportunities to dig into the live music scene.
No, listen, as the singer said, that from my head to my shoes, I'm full of the blues. But behind us here,
yes.
Very famous hotel. Not a hotel any longer, an apartment block, but first time Elvis was ever heard on radio.
Yes, this is the legendary Hotel Chiska. It used to be where vaudeville performers would stay, and it's also where Elvis was first heard on the radio on the Dewey Phillips radio show. That's where That's All Right Mama was first blasted over the airwaves by Elvis. You know, it's not his original song, but blasted over the airwaves, and he was just a teenager, and that's really what put Memphis on the map and Elvis on the map for the first time. A lot of the vaudeville performers would stay here at Hotel Chiska, and then they would just walk on over to their performance at the Orpheum. So, legendary place.
Right. Can we go up to the Orpheum?
Of
I want to
course.
put a star. I want to put my star outside. Thanks a million, Lauren.
Of course.
We passed the doors of the renowned Orpheum Theatre, still going strong after nearly a century. Next on the agenda was a visit to the birthplace of rock and roll. This is the studio where musical legends from B.B. King and Elvis Presley to Johnny Cash and Jerry Lee Lewis recorded massive hits and even a few iconic Irish songs from a band you might have heard of. We took a tour of Sun Studio with our guide Drew.
Well, Ed, welcome to Legendary Sun Studio. You know, it's incredible just to be in the space here and such a legendary city and a legendary location where.
Yeah, I mean, it's been on, Memphis, Tennessee. I mean, it's been on my bucket list for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so amazing to be here. Drew, give us an idea, of course, of some of the greats and the history here in the Sun Studio.
Elvis is the big one, you know. It's Elvis Week here, and he got to start here. Ike Turner, B.B. King, Helen Wolf, Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, Jerry Lee Lewis, Charlie Rich, Roy Orbison. You know, the list goes on and on. And the room itself is still pretty much totally original, you know. And to be in the space alone, I mean, I still get goosebumps every day.
Everything is just, it's like everything has a story.
Every little piece here has some history tied to it.
Of course.
It's incredible.
That famous day here, we have the picture, of course.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, the $1 Million Quartet.
$1 Million Quartet.
That's what they call it. Yeah, yeah. It's just, you know, that's the only time that Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, Elvis Presley, and Johnny Cash were ever in the same room. This is the one time only. And it's just pretty incredible that they had no idea they were being recorded, and we can go listen to that now and hear just what it would be like to hang out in the room with them.
You can come here, what's amazing is, and you can actually, the microphone that Elvis used, you can actually touch it. And Sam Phillips said that he gave it to the studio here as long as it was not put behind glass.
Never leaves this room, never
Oh
goes
my
behind
God.
glass.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is the DNA still on here?
I clean it pretty often.
Well, it's
so.
a 1 for the money, 2 for the show.
That's right, you got it.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't
Right.
it?
It really
I mean, it's worth coming to Memphis just for that
Absolutely.
experience. You can actually book this studio
We're still an active recording studio.
And how much is it an hour?
So it's $200 an hour.
Yeah.
Like I say, it gets you the room itself, all the instruments that we've got in here, and our engineer. Shout out to your Irish friends. We had some of them here in 87.
You're talking about the greatest band of all time, are you?
Greatest band of all time.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too. They came recorded here in 87.
Ah, yeah.
Some songs off Rattle and Hum. I know When Love Comes to Town, Angels of Harlem, and they actually left the drum kit here. That's our house drum kit we've got now.
They're
left by
very,
Larry Moen
I believe,
Jr.
very generous guys.
We're the same, yeah.
Isn't that brilliant?
We have the soundboard here as well. It's actually in the gift shop next door, just on display. We don't use it anymore, but we have it.
Brilliant. So you can play the drums that the lads used.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, Drew, that's
Absolutely.
brilliant.
It's pretty incredible.
Drew, it's been a pleasure. Thanks so
Thanks
much,
all
man.
mine. Yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Oh my God, what an amazing experience to be in the same studio that Elvis, Johnny Cash, B.B. King recorded all these incredible songs. Unbelievable. Real bucket list stuff. And they've got some great merch. Very good value here in Memphis. From the buzz of Nashville to the soul of Leiper, Spark and bluesy Memphis, Tennessee is true bucket list territory. And when you're done, from your head to your shoes, you'll be covered in the blues.